Well, what's going on, YouTubers? It's the Natural Born Driller, and welcome everyone to Impact Wrestling Review, the show from July 7th, 2020. Your commentators were Josh Matthews and Matt Rain, with more continuations of Summerversary 2020 build-ups. So let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it. So Josh Matthews and Madison Rain, basically talking about a knockouts tag team match here. That's starting off with Rosemary for and Ty Valkyrie being accompanied by Johnny E. Bravo versus Kylie Ray and Susie. Match itself was pretty decent. And basically in the end it was Kylie Ray and Susie winning the match. Now Rosemary, it didn't really hit me yet until the next additional Impact Wrestling happened with, yes, she's definitely a heel. But this one, I didn't see anything of it with her being a heel other than retains to try to talk to Susie, retains to, you're bad, you used to be Sue Young, and now you're back to being Susie and everything. But yeah, in a way they protected Rosemary and losing, and Ty Valkyrie ends up losing the match. And also Johnny Bravo was with Rosemary. I guess I think they could train more, continuing. I meant to say more of this love thing that they're doing, whatever. But Kylie Ray and Susie wins the match. How does Kylie does it? Well, it's like this. Smiley Kylie Ray. Chris Bay and Johnny Swinger. They're upset about the whole situation with Johnny Swingers being banned at Summerversary, where it tends to Chris Bay going up against Willie Mack for the X Division Championship. So Johnny Swinger says he's gonna fix this. He's got an idea. So we'll get to that. TJP and Falaba versus Reno Scum, which is Adam Dorso and Luster the Legend, versus Triple XL, which is AC Romero and Larry D, versus the Deaners, which is Cody and Cousin Jake. Match itself, it was a spot fest, and I enjoyed it. What I didn't enjoy, the Deaners winning. I don't hate the Deaners. I don't even find them annoying. But what's annoying about this whole thing is that they've been losing every time, and they've been, and I think with them being treated as a joke is supposed to be on purpose because you can't take them seriously, but they've been losing all this time, and then all of a sudden they won this match. I didn't like it. Why you kind of just haven't won matches before? I mean they won matches before, obviously, but I'm not saying they're complete losers or a jobber tag team, but still, what was the last time they won a good match? And this is the match they had to win. And by the way, the reason why they won too, because Reno Scum and TJP and Falaba were fighting backstage while the match was going on. That's why they won the match, by the way. So we see Reno Scum and TJP and Falaba continuing on fighting backstage, where Reno Scum ends up winning the fight at the end of the day. Why am I doing that? I don't know. But hey, it's a program here with Reno Scum and TJP and Falaba. I want to see more of that. And Falaba is taken more seriously now, and I'm loving that. Meanwhile, Johnny Swinger is coming up with a plan to try to weasel his way into the Summerversary match between Chris Bay and Willie Mack. So he goes into the locker room. He's going to these bags, and he see a red he basically sees a cape with a giant red E, Super Eric. So you're telling me that Eric Young is there? You tell me Eric Young is right there in that locker room, despite He's got the 90 days claw. I don't know. But John Cena said no, he's not gonna wear that. But he found Suicide's bag instead. He's got Suicide's costume on, and he puts on the costume, and we'll get to that later. Impact Plus Moment of the Week features Tara and Angelina Love versus the Beautiful People, which it was Madison Rain and Velvet Sky, who's being accompanied by Lacey Von Erich, the daughter of the late great Kerry Von Erich. It was for the Knockouts title and for the Knockouts tag team titles too. Angelina was a title holder of the Knockouts title. The Beautiful People were not the Knockouts tag team champions. Basically, a winner take all match. And at that time, that was a great match too, by the way. It was lockdown too, by the way. And Beautiful People won, by the way. So, Ken Shamrock is looking for a future tag team partner. And Sami Callihan is that future tag team partner. Ken Shamrock says that Callihan needs his help, more routines to the match. Sami Callihan rejects his offer, but he does say that to catch the tag team titles at Summerversary, he needs a new name for a tag team, and the new names are the world's most dangerous tag team. Don't mind the name, but I don't see Sami Callihan and Ken Shamrock being a tag team. I know the chemistry is kind of there in a way, but the North is doing so good as the tag team champions. Why would you want to throw that all away? Routines to Ken Shamrock and Sami Callihan. No disrespect to Ken Shamrock and Sami Callihan. I love them both. Fans of both of them. But the North are doing so well as tag team champions on Impact Wrestling. And you want to just throw that away? I don't think that's going to happen, but hopefully, I just hope it doesn't happen at Summerversary. We'll see. Jordan Grace versus Kimberly, which a match I thought was pretty good between the two. In the end, well, Kimberly trying to cheat to win, by the way, with the brass knuckles, but it failed because Jordan Grace thought, saw what was going on there, and then she goes for the Grace Driver and gets the win. After the match, the Virtuoso's music plays, so Jordan Grace was ready. Where is she? But she didn't appear because she appears on a Titantron and says, "Oh, you think?" She basically, the Virtuoso was playing mind games with the Impact Knockouts champion, saying, "You think I was gonna come down there and and brawl with you? No, I'm not. I don't come here to brawl. I come here to win the Knockouts championship." So that was good, and Jordan Grace looks pissed off after that. So they show video packages of Eddie Edwards, Ace Austin, and Trey giving their thoughts about becoming the Impact World Champion. Because during this time, folks, the title has been vacated. It's been stripped away from Tessa Blanchard. And I'll get to more of that when we do the preview. Just like I'll get more to that on the preview where it pertains to what happened with Michael Elgin and everything else has happened during this whole thing where plans has changed and everything has changed and all that. That will come in due time. So be patient. Which will be in a few hours, so either way. But yeah, I thought Ace Austin was good. Trey showed passionate. Eddie Edwards, he showed something too, but I don't care. It's the character, the gimmick. I can't get into this Eddie Edwards. Go back to being the American Wolves. Go back to being the wrestler. Go back to being the Impact, or at the time, the TNA World Heavyweight Champion that you were. That's the Eddie Edwards I missed. This Eddie Edwards, being crazy with the candlestick and the beard and and talking about all this drama he's been through. I don't care about that anymore. That's done with. It's overstayed. It's welcome. Could we please get the old Eddie Edwards back? Can we please get the old Eddie Edwards back? Please. And also the mystery opponent. We don't know who's gonna be a mystery opponent. Could be Bully Ray, Kurt Angle, Sting, Eric Young, EC3, Mike Bennett. They're throwing all these names in there, by the way. James Storm, even though he's in NWA. Mr. Anderson. Well, who could it be? By the way, it's not gonna be Kurt Angle. It's not gonna be Sting. Whoever could it be, we'll see. But I'll say more of that when we do the preview. Giant Swinger is in his suicide costume. Willie Mack sees him. Willie Mack says, "Hey, suicide, you want to have a match with me?" Because he's excited to have a match with him, and he'll put the title on the line. So we'll get to that, which was hilarious. Master Rain hosts Locker Room Talk. Master Rain guest host. Master Rain special guest message say, excuse me. It's being the most iconic knockouts of all time. And it's herself. Basically, Master Rain is the host, and Master Rain is the guest star. This reminds me of Bruce Pritchard as Brother Love back in WrestleMania. Which WrestleMania was? Either it was WrestleMania 4 or WrestleMania 5. It's gotta be one of those two. Because I doubt it was WrestleMania 7. No, it was actually either WrestleMania 4 or WrestleMania 5. Either way, that's what it reminds me of. Brother Love impersonating Roddy Piper as the guest star. Meanwhile, Brother Love is the host. It was so stupid, so cringy, and y'all know how I feel about Bruce Pritchard, aka Brother Love. Garbage. And that was garbage. That segment on WrestleMania was garbage. The only thing that was great about that WrestleMania segment was Roddy Piper, because Roddy Piper is talented in his own right. This is what reminds me of Romance and Rain. And she made it entertaining in a way, but it was still stupid. All of a sudden, the announcement that she made was that Master Rain has announced her own cookbook. Just kidding. It's not a cookbook. She's going to add herself into the gauntlet match with the rest of the knockouts at Summerversary. That's the announcement was. So Kiera Hogan and Tasha Steelz comes in, interrupts, and makes fun of her. Havoc and Nevaeh comes in in her defense. And then all of a sudden, they start fighting. Master Rain ends up ending the show by, saying, well, that's all the time we have, and blah, blah, blah. And while they continue fighting. Kiera Hogan's fighting with Havoc. Nevaeh is fighting with Tasha Steelz. And that was, and basically ended with Master Rain saying, well, that's all the time we have. Bye-bye. It was bad, but at the same time, it was entertaining. So, I'll give it a pass. Hernandez continuing to win money for arm wrestling contests until he gets to Rhino. So they have an arm wrestling contest, but to be continued. And folks, I cannot wait to get to that part. Just wait until a few more hours. Yeah, Hernandez versus Rhino arm wrestling contest. We'll get to that in the next review. Willie Mack defends his X Division Championship against Suicide, or should I say Suicide, which is Giant Swinger. Giant Swinger was trying to do some suicide moves, and he looked at too goofy doing it, which was by design. It was entertaining. I liked it. That's the only time that I'll ever put over Giant Swinger's, stick. It was good. I thought it was good. But the match was garbage. But in the end, Willie Mack won, obviously. So, there you go. It says here Gabby Lauren, but I could swear it was Gia Miller, the girlfriend of Ace Austin, interviewing Tommy Dreamer. Tommy Dreamer's in a suit and all that, trying to look at Paul Heyman. And then Moose comes in the interview. Basically, here's what it said. he is not too pleased with Tommy Dreamer's apology. He doesn't find it sincere enough. And the Dreamer informs Moose, joking that the TNA Championship title, commission said that the title will be on the line, and he's gonna be the number one contender for it at Summerversary. Even though Tom Dreamer said that title that Moose had with him is not a real belt. And then Moose says, you can't do that. That it can't be verified with them. Oh yeah, that's right, because that it can be. Oh yeah, that's because there is no TNA, something like that. Like what is this? And then Josh Matthews was like, he threw his hands in the air like, I'm done. You know what? Yeah, I'm done too. Yeah, I'm done. Where's Peter Griffin when we need him? Peter Griffin from Family Guy. Where's him when we need him? Yep, done. Oh my god. And when Josh Murphy did that, by the way, the funny thing that happened, Mass and Rain, we're not supposed to know on screen, but we know off screen, they're really married in real life. Josh Matthews and Mass and Rain. And Mass and Rain said, don't touch me. I was dying laughing. I couldn't contain myself after that. Like, you're married. Oh my god! Unless Josh Matthews, unless you got something to tell us about, about Josh Matthews, there's something called the speaking out movement. Yeah. Main event time. Giles Alexander being copied by Ethan Page versus Sami Callihan. Basically, this whole thing was Sami Callihan wants to be there on his own. He doesn't need Ken Shamrock, but Ken Shamrock's letting him know, I got your back if you need my help. But Sami Callihan's like, thanks but no thanks, I don't need your help. Match happens, ends up being pretty good. Sami Callihan wins, but then he gets beat down by the North. All of a sudden, Ken Shamrock comes out. Well, actually, I don't remember how it happened. I think they try and get involved. Ethan Page, and then Ken Shamrock came out there for the save, and it's basically at the end of the day, Sami Callihan at the end of the day is winning the match. So there you go. And that was it. But before the show ended, they did the whole thing with Anchorman Bobby Lashley guy, basically said at Summerversary, basically more of the advertisements of Summerversary. At Summerversary, a mystery opponent is going to be in the 4-way match for the Impact World Championship. And he's not coming alone. I wonder who that could be. It could be anyone, folks. It could be anyone. But I'll talk more about that when we do the preview. And that was it. That was the end of the show. Total amount of wrestling for Impact Wrestling from July 7th, 2020 were 5 matches. And my overall rating for the show for Impact Wrestling from, again, July 7th, 2020, I'm going to give this show an 8 out of 10. And that being said, thank you all for watching for It's Natural Born Thriller, saying peace on the streets. For this was your Impact Wrestling review. Again, the show from July 7th, 2020. Until next time, folks, which is the final stop of the review of Impact Wrestling, where it pertains to the Go Home Show edition for Impact Wrestling, where it pertains to Summerversary 2020. So that being said, y'all stay well. Sorry about the folks. Let me do the proper Sorry about that, folks. Let me try to do the proper furrow this time. Stay well, stay safe, take care of yourself for everything that's going on in the world right now, and God bless. I'm out. Ta-ta for now.